Hello there sexy PlayStation gamers, and welcome back to another Pure PlayStation video review on Pure Play TV, and today we've got Skully for PS4. As the PS4 enters its twilight years, we've pretty much seen and played as a lot of odd and cheery characters. We've played as a long-eared Lombax, a mythical demigod, a web-swinging wonder, and a katana-wielding samurai, so we've pretty much had a full gambit of colourful and charismatic leads. Now, rolling onto that list, we can add a reanimated Skull, given the name, Skully. Duh! Skully, the game, takes place on a lush island paradise, untouched by mankind. That is, of course, until Skully, the skull, washes ashore. Reanimated with the help of some magic clay at the behest of an island deity named Terry, you are tasked with reclaiming the island back from his warring siblings. Are you with me so far? Good. Skully wastes no time in getting going, and after a brief intro, you're off to the races. The intro itself is all told in claymation, which adds to the whole aesthetic that Skully has going for it, and it works in giving Skully a sense of style all of its own. Playing as the titular Skully is a simple affair, as he can do pretty much everything a skull could do. He can roll along and jump. Having been reanimated with magic clay, water is a bit of a no-go, and the game quickly ramps up in the platforming difficulty as you roll your way across the island. The main gameplay mechanic is that as Skully rolls along, momentum plays a part, with platforms set at angles and simple jumps becoming lessons in control and accurately using your speed to pull them off. During these sections, I was reminded of the old Marble Madness games as you battle to keep Skully on track and stop him from rolling into the water or bumping into the game's enemies as you'll make your way across the island. Skully takes place over 18 levels and 7 ecosystems, but the platforming backbone as you play as Skully remains very constant, even if the scenery does change. As you make your way through the game, you unlock 3 different forms that change the abilities at your command. This is how Skully introduces different elements and obstacles to each level. Obstacles that Skully alone would not be able to overcome. Whether this is barriers that can be smashed or platforms that can be shifted, each form can be accessed via bubbling clay pools that can be found scattered across each level. Not only do these serve as a means to activate the clay forms you unlock, but they also have a secondary purpose as checkpoints, which makes navigating each level a little bit easier. The clay forms themselves, once unlocked, can be activated at any of these clay pools. Holding L2 and pressing the associated button allows Skully to emerge as the required form, allowing access to the abilities. Once these forms have been activated, Skully can enter each one at will, allowing for some intricate puzzling during the later levels, where you need to use more than one form to progress. It's a simple enough idea, but it's very effective and it works well. Controlling Skully is surprisingly responsive, which is good, considering you need finesse and quick reactions. But in controlling some of the clay forms, I felt let down, particularly the larger strong form that just felt a little clunky. Some of this is due in part to the odd angles the camera has a knack of getting itself into, particularly during some of the chase-themed levels that require you to quickly navigate areas as you escape a tidal wave of water or lava. The camera can be swiveled via the right thumbstick, but at certain points it becomes a hindrance more than a help, and it adds to the frustration. Although the island itself looks bright and colourful at a glance, certain textures pop in, and I did feel each area lacked a little depth of detail, which, it's a minor annoyance, but it did distract me a bit. The gameplay is challenging, but not punishingly so, and I felt that the platforming within Skully is perhaps best suited to younger players who would take to the very kid-friendly Skully character and the clay forms. There are the usual collectibles to find that in turn unlock concept art, but as a reward, I didn't find this appealing enough to want to revisit the levels I'd already done. There is some fun to be had playing Skully, but for me it didn't hold my attention long enough. I would dip into a level, get myself to the end, and then find myself in a slightly different level to do it all again. Yes, I know, that's how all platformers work, I'll give you that. But with a paper-thin storyline that is only there really to get you going from one end to the other of the island, it just didn't do enough to keep me asking for more. And that brings us to the end of this video review. If you've managed to stay to the end, high five! If you didn't, well, you can't hear this. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel, it helps us grow and bring you more stuff to watch. Until next time, keep washing your hands, keep playing, stay sexy too. Always stay sexy. Until next time, bye!